Recession indicators.
Sorry, I hate the way I said that. Recession indicators. They are all over my timeline. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. I can't escape it. But, I'm talking about good recession indicators. I don't mean the boring ones. Jim Cramer, MSNBC reports, none of that private equity cannibalizing retail stuff. I'm talking about the good recession indicators. The fun ones. The important ones. I'm talking about Lena Dunham. Why I broke up with New York. Most people accept the city's chaos as a toll for an expansive life. It took me several decades to realize that I could go my own way. Recession indicator. It's the most popular 2 words, I think, across any social media post I've seen in the last, 3 or 4 weeks. And it's kind of funny because, one, it's very American to make a trend out of something that is fairly grim, Yo, are you tripping on the recession? Don't worry, I got you. Here are 5 calm little fits you can wear through the recession, and I guarantee you they are recession-proof. Starting with number 5, butt naked with raw denim Japanese sandals. As far as I'm concerned, everyone is a recession indicator, and I feel bad. Did you decide to maybe step out to, grab some food, do something quick, and you threw on some whatever clothes? Maybe you threw on some shit that you haven't worn in a while. And you're walking down the street or you're in your car and someone casually, who's brain rotted glances over at you and goes, "Oh my God, dude, are you seriously wearing Billabong?" Recession indicator, my guy. Dude, this economy is cooked. This guy's got Billabong on. The economy is so cooked. So cooked, dude. Look at your Billabong, dude. You're so cooked. You're just such a walking recession indicator. That's you guys. You thought the tinned fish trend was bad. I just learned about that. But apparently that was a couple years old, where people are sort of glamorizing tinned fish, trying to make "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" meals look like some fine dining at home. What's the other one now I'm thinking of? A Montessori bed, some shit like that, where it's just the mattress on the floor, but it's a stylistic thing. That's the thing. The American spirit in the realm of capitalism is unlike any other. We can take something that is very clearly struggle. It's very clearly pain. And we can make it $1,000. We can mark it up. Now I'm just thinking of some idiot being pick me rich. I'm really afraid of the economy right now. I'm afraid everyone's gonna eat me. Because obviously they would go for me. We're gonna take a look at some recession indicators and how to prepare for a recession, because that I found to be kind of entertaining as well. So, yeah, why wait any further? Let's get into it. So this is one I've seen a lot, where people say the sign of a recession are flash mobs. And I think that is a fair assessment, given that these were the most popular right after the 2008 housing crisis. People used to hit you up on Facebook. They'd be like, "Hey, bud, we saw a viral flash mob and we're looking to do the same thing in our shitty little town for the hopes of getting some views on this website called YouTube." Sorry to interrupt, guys. I'm here at the famous green pool in Oklahoma City. God damn, that is such a beautiful green. And it's getting me excited because I'm thinking about all the green I'm gonna smoke in Denver. I will be in Denver this week, Saturday. This is the show I was supposed to do last year, but I went raw. Your boy came. One of his Siemens made it, so I couldn't do the show then, but I'm doing it now. The theater is filled up, so if you're thinking about going, just buy a ticket, noelmillerlive.com. I can't wait to see you guys there. I'm actually bagging up some of this green goo, and I'll be bringing it with me. So, see you in Denver, folks. Love you. I'm curious to see a modern flash mob to see if they have gotten any better, because back then, they stunk.
Come on,
No. See, I don't like this about flash mobs now. When they put the song underneath, some people, at least back before at the end of the housing crisis, when they do a flash mob, they weren't, sort of conscious of what editing was. So sometimes you see a flash mob and they would go out there and it would be posted with just raw acapella. And they would use the power of sheer numbers to hopefully float enough of that voice into the microphone of a shitty digital camera. And you don't get to do that here. Feel the cringe in the first 5 seconds. Just feel it, the raw audio of it.
Come on,
That's what they heard. They didn't hear this. They didn't hear that. This is what they heard. As I watch this on mute, this sucks. These are never good. These are always bad. I know everyone's going to say I look like this guy. Fair game. I don't know who, but there's like a cartoon character that this person is reminding me of. And what you're observing now is just pure disdain. Also, I rate this flash mob 2 out of 10. They didn't annoy enough people. They just kind of packed into an empty subway car at a low traffic hour and got away with this. If you're going to do this, man, you got to do it in front of others and take that L publicly, all right? I don't think we can use the music for this, but I at least just want to at least give credit to a flash mob that I think deserves its flowers. Oh, man, this hurts just as bad the first time I watched it. It's like, it's so involved, dude. This hurts my body to look at, man. I can't not think of my kneecaps in dress shoes stomping cobblestone. That's all I see here. I don't even see the technicals or the skill of their dancing, the organization, the boldness to be outside doing this. I don't see any of that. I just see kneecaps popping on hard pavement. Just fucking. Now look, I might be guilty of some player hating, but that doesn't prevent me from giving flowers to a good flash mob. I hate what they've done, but I at least respect it because it's in public and it's in front of a lot of people, and they're opening themselves up to shame. And this subway car act right here, miss me with that shit, dude. This is you didn't even really go for it. I need to see it out in the public where people can boo you.
Trump's economic problems are being measured in all sorts of ways, but we're not going to do more charts. I'm just going to show you what Vogue magazine calls a new haircut.
Recession pixie cuts. Is that what it is? Is that why the girls are going pixie? Because you're just getting ahead of the recession? You're just planning for it? You're like, fuck it. I want to have a bunch of hair to manage when my pockets are running low. I'm just cut it off. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not what it says. It says recession blonde.
Recession blonde, coloring that needs fewer trips to the salon because people are trying to save in this Trump economy.
What hair dye company came up with this campaign? It's genius. Whatever hair dye company was like, yo, we'll just call it recession blonde. That is some classic 1950s advertising right there.
Yeah, see? The women, they want to color their hair, but they're afraid. The money is changing. We're going through tough times. How do we get them to keep going and dyeing their hair? We'll call it recession blonde.
On the street is that recession blonde is about to become the economy's favorite hair color.
Sorry, dude. I'm not trying to be all like big brain political science student, but what an American sentence right there. Word on the street is that recession blonde is about to be the economy's favorite hair color. Leave it to us, dude. Leave it to us to make it a trend. We are just better at monetizing pain. It's all we do. How can we put this on clothing? How can we make this a movie? Is your country experiencing some type of horrible tragedy? Well, as an American, I'll be sure to tap into that when they make a movie about it 10 years from now.
Economy's doing, just look at blondes. Like, this is recession blonde, honey.
You want to know a good indicator of the U.S. economy? These roots.
Listen to the people. That's what folks are sharing, and that could be anecdotal, but...
Look at this. Longer hair, nails at home, fewer facials. But where will my zinc go? It is interesting that any of this is news. You know, I just have to pause and say recession indicators are funny to me because they're all just some variation of people aren't buying stuff. Surprise, surprise. Now, this one I think people are celebrating because as much as this might be a recession indicator, this to me feels like bringing a corporate giant to its knees, making it beg. It's Five Guys offering a combo. Little burger, little fry, and drink. And the caption on this is, well, look who finally wants to play ball. Now, what I like about this is the begrudging nature of the combo. Five Guys doesn't want to give you a full burger and a full fry for a combo. They'll give you a little burger, little fry, and a drink. They'll give you a regular drink, but little burger, little fry. That's the most they're willing to do now. This to me is like when you're arguing with a partner and they know they're wrong and they give you like the whole, well, if I made you feel that way, I'm sorry. Just never the straight I'm sorry. It's the, it's the asterisked sorry. That's what this feels like from Five Guys. Where we're like, combo? Economy's bad. You ever thought about doing a combo? And they go,
I guess if it's meaningful to you, I can do a little combo. Yeah, sure. I guess if it's that important to you, I'll do a little combo. Stop looking, bro. You're making it weird. Just take the little combo and stop look. Don't even make a thing of it, dude. Don't even make a thing of it. You're it's kind of pissing me off that you stop smiling when you eat it. Just stop fucking smiling when you eat it. I can't even look at you, dude. You're being so weird about it. I made a Okay, I get it. I've never made a combo before. Can you just chill out?
On this subject, check this out. I think we'll put on the news reporter earpiece for this one. McDonald's points to economic uncertainty amid sales decline. This is good. This is good. Just as a unrelated piece of footage. But I do like French fries, where I'll be working. McDonald's store traffic fell unexpectedly in the first quarter of this year, with the company citing economic uncertainty. On Thursday, the company released results for the 3 months ended March 31st. The earnings report revealed a 3.6% decline in same-store sales in the U.S., the biggest U.S. decline McDonald's has seen since 2020, and a significant drop from the 2.5% increase this time last year. What I kind of love about this is, first of all, we don't care, right? It's pretty easy to read this and go, oh no, you made less money after 100 years of making a ton of money. I can't feel bad for you, dude. This is it was like when the Patriots finally lost in the NFL. I couldn't give a shit. It's you had a lot of them. Who cares? Let me say this. This is the one time where shareholder value can offer us entertainment, because McDonald's is they're beholden to a lot of people who want them to sell burgers, and the desperate and creative ways they're going to go about that will be funny. You're going to see the marketing get definitely a little bit more racist than usual. They're going to start targeting niche demographics. They're going to go generational and racial. You're going to see weird targeted ads for whatever you are on your phone, and you're like, why does this kind of AI person that looks like me make me want to get a Shamrock Shake right now? It's going to happen. In LA, there's plenty of restaurants that I think are, unfortunately going to become a casualty of the recession. But we'll wake up from it and go, why were we paying $15 for that sexual matcha experience? Remember when we were doing that back in 2025? Yeah, we go to it was like that. It was like a rip of the whole Renaissance fair, but it was matcha. And it was kind of just like a burly Latino dude pouring matcha down your throat. And he just kept going, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Why did we do that? Anyway, I don't want to skip past corporate greed too quickly. I think it is worth mentioning that a lot of us, I think, with things we are interested in, or just passively, food and other things, we've all witnessed a certain amount of price gouging. Like the amount of companies that raised prices during COVID just because they could, and then just kept it there or had no incentive to bring it back down. This is when it comes back to you. You had a couple years of cheating us good, but now Now we're just going to buy shitty cigarettes and starve, and we're going to learn how to not eat because fuck you. As much as you can, folks, resist the Klarna payments on your DoorDash. Just as much as you can, try. On the subject of food, I thought this was a kind of a funny one as far as a recession indicator goes. Cutting cookies in half is petty. It's so petty. Especially because I don't know if you've ever been in an airport lounge, but airlines make sure they get a lot out of you before you can get to this cookie. In my life, I think I've worked harder to get into airport lounges than any club I've been to in my 20s. I think you take the same amount of hours that I stood outside of clubs, which isn't many, but it was still commitment. I think I've put in more in the way of sitting on what is effectively a bus in the sky just to get a free cookie. And so if I walk in here and I'm seeing a halved cookie, I'm really upset. I'm not going to do anything about it, but I'm pissed. Also, this is kind of stupid because you just take the two halves. Now, if you're a player hater, this one may bring a big smile to your face. We have seen plenty of folks on this very website throw it in your face. Just got a Lamborghini. And we may see those same folks going, I think Kia is a cooler brand anyway. These are when all the scams get brought to their knees. This is when you really got to show some talent. You're going to have to learn some shit if you want to stay on this website. I'm probably going to have to learn how to juggle. I'm going to have to learn how to do something a little bit more than talking because it's about to get competitive on this here website. I mean, even look at Mr. Beast, Remember when we all would kind of chuckle? It was like a tongue-in-cheek thing. Like, dude, imagine if Mr. Beast made someone like a slave. Wouldn't that be hilarious? And like he made them sit in a house and work out for a year because they needed that money. Wouldn't that be like so funny? Yeah. But I heard he gave that lady a bunch of cars, and that's kind of cool.
You want to know a true recession indicator? The fact that scammers are using the job market to try and take your money and your information. I mean, you're getting text messages and emails saying, hey, this is so-and-so from this recruitment company. We have a really great job for you. And people in this economy are so desperate for jobs, even if they're like second or third jobs because we're all broke, right? That they are getting scammed by these like fake recruitment companies.
Now, this is one I actually want to just kind of shout out to you all. I don't know what everyone's situation is, but if you're watching this, dude, there's something that is going to try to hunt you down in a time like this. It's called multi-level marketing. It's called a pyramid scheme. All right. It almost got me in a desperate time, right after the recession. I almost got tricked 2 ways into selling cigarettes at an upcharge outside bars. Yeah, I almost took that gig. I was that desperate for money. They tricked me by saying I was going to make $16 an hour. And then I found out that I had to sell parliaments at double the price in bars with a handheld terminal. And if I cleared the carton, then I would make $16 an hour. And then another time, a company duped me into thinking that they did sports sales. And what it was ticket scalping. You stood outside of a baseball stadium trying to sell tickets for more. And you did it in a suit. It looked more official, and the scams back when they were trying to come for me they weren't as elaborate. They weren't as smart. They were borderline 3-card Monty type deals. But I just want to remind you guys that this is the environment that multi-level marketing thrives in. So if you find yourself in an old dress shirt sitting in a room and you're like, why am I watching a presentation on how to sell knives? Get out of there. Think of me and get the fuck out of there. Now, in all of this, I think a true source for financial news is a dancer, employees of a strip club, because that is where men go to spend their last. Some guys go to therapy, some guys go to the strip club, they take their last $500 and they give it to a lady and they go, dude, I'm fucked. That's what they say. And it's sort of like a weird humiliation ritual for them. But this girl tweeted, Swedish investor crying to me in the strip club about the state of the US dollar. And that sounds very apt. Now here's something I don't like, okay? Ed Sheeran. This is a guy who has made plenty of money through the first recession, through this recession. He's made money leading up to it. This is not a knock on Ed's talent. This is not a knock on, if Ed is meaningful to you, but look at this. Damn, I guess I gotta admit Ed Sheeran is kind of cool now. And he goes, a recession indicator. Trying to be sort of self-aware and quirky. No, you don't get to do that, Ed. You don't get to do that. You got a lot of money that you're sitting on. You're living like Scrooge McDuck. You don't get to come in here and kind of just cheekily smile your way through. You were in fucking Game of Thrones, all right? You ruined an episode of Game of Thrones for all of us when we needed that, all right? When we were just bouncing back. That period in my life, I finally was starting to get a positive checking account, and I had a show that I finally enjoyed where I'm like, everyone dies in it. This is something I relate to. And then you pop up and you remind me that I'm not doing so great, because that's what you are to me. Okay? You're a reminder that in a time where I was just trying to feel good about myself, you made me feel worse. You don't get to pretend like you're down bad like everyone else. I'm a recession indicator. I know that's not how he sounds, but that's how he sounds for the purpose of this sketch. I'm a recession indicator. No, dude. No, you're recession proof. You are quite literally recession proof. I think you have one of the highest grossing pop tours ever. Something like that. Ed, you're a nice guy. Stay out of this. And this one, kind of in the same vein, Mariah Carey posting herself shopping at Ralph's. I like this. Because speaking of Game of Thrones, this is the same as Cersei walking through the street and getting poop thrown at her. Mariah Carey is willingly doing that. Her prince son didn't get stabbed. She's not waiting for any kind of crazy threat to her royalty. She goes, you know what? I will just walk through the peasant roads digitally, and I will get poop and strawberries and all kinds of stuff thrown at me just to be here on this internet with the rest of you. And I respect it. And I like that. Over the last few years, she has really given us a lot of gold. Like, I guess y'all don't want to hear about 9/11. We couldn't ask for a better clip from Mariah. I couldn't have even conjured up something from Mariah with that type of power. So, Mariah, God bless you for this image as well. I think this is just a continuation of your unintended, beautiful contributions to us in pop culture. So thank you. Well, that's going to do it for this riveting, hot financial analysis. We hope to see you next time where we discuss, is being naked during the recession that big of a deal?